Society is led by technology, and engineers are crucial to moving technology forward. Technicians and engineers will be Europe's most employed group by 2020, with more than 18% of total employment. Yet, only 12% of all university and college graduates in Europe major in engineering. The European project Engineer is addressing this shortfall. Engineer is introducing thousands of primary school teachers and students from across Europe to the problem-solving principles of engineering.
The project Engineer is a very specific method to make children discover, we call that inquiry-based learning, how you can solve problems, work together and use both your brain and your hands to solve this problem. In the classroom, teachers spend most of their time on what we call reading, writing and arithmetic, and not on science and technology. Maybe it's too complex, maybe it's too many different topics altogether. What we will do is we will help the teacher with the Engineer project to learn and discover that he or she can do very useful things with engineering in the classroom and that the children really like it.
Students often feel that there is the world of the school and there is the world outside the school. And they often feel that the two worlds are not really connected, they are separated. At school it's important to follow lessons, to study books, to solve tests. But in the world outside the school, there are other skills that are important. For example, to organize itself a task, to solve a practical problem. So I think that the Engineer project allow to connect the two worlds.
The European Engineer project is based on the successful Engineering is Elementary model developed by the Museum of Science in Boston, USA. The program has found its way into the school curricula across all 50 US states, benefiting 4.5 million students. There have been notable observations in the USA that we can expect to see here in Europe too. These include major improvements in student problem-solving assessments. Both girls and boys were significantly more likely to report engineering as a potential career. An increased interest in engineering and science. A better grasp of what engineers do and in which fields they work. This type of training has shown to be effective for all students, regardless of their academic achievement level, gender or cultural background.
Engineering is about problem solving. It's about bringing the real science into schools. It's also about bringing the real world into science and fusing this. Science centres and museums can play a powerful role by inspiring and changing science education in schools. And this is really what Experimentarium is trying to do on the basis and the background of the Engineering project. In Israel, we were very fortunate to have as our partners the Ministry of Education. They support and help us to bring the message of engineer to the education system of Israel. They did it because they realized the potential of the Engineer project to raise the understanding, to build the motivation, and to help to have a meaningful learning process for students.
We believe that engineer can be an enjoyable way and an effective way to inspire pupils. The Ministry of Education in Israel supports the Engineer project because we believe in the need to educate children about the human-made world we live in.
So far, 26 institutions from 12 countries have committed to this challenging initiative of inspiring children to choose engineering, not just for learning and fun, but for the future too. Our ambitious goal is to introduce engineering into primary school and museum programs throughout Europe, and to inspire the next generation of innovators and problem solvers. If you can help us engineer this change, fold the paper plane and let it fly.